So hey folks, good morning and welcome to another Sunday ride. And on today's ride we're heading out through the country lanes and up towards Levens Hall, where there's an actual cafe. It sometimes gets missed, so I'm going to include it on today's video. And we're going to head up through the back lanes all the way up to Milnthorpe and then head up to Levens Hall before heading up to South Lakes. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. So welcome back folks, and I hope you've all had a good week at work. Weather today, as you can see, is beautiful. Being Saturday, it was the best day of the weekend, so I thought I'll make a good opportunity and get out to make a video. And this will be my last video in the UK this week, as I'm off to sunny climates to ride some awesome motorcycle. So I look forward to getting away during the week and getting out of this cold weather, with it being only, well, it says 9 degrees, but feels like -1 today. Plenty of salt on the roads for sure, a little bit white here and there in patches. And I'm just taking it nice and steady today. When I woke up this morning, I read a Lancashire police report on their Facebook group that somebody, bless them, had lost their life to I think it was a JCB that pulled out of a field. And sadly the guy lost his life. Thoughts are with his family. You've got to be so careful these days. Everything that pulls out, or any entrance to a field, especially in the countryside just here, you've got to be ready on the brakes. Now the sad part of it all is that obviously the guy lost his life, bless him, but the driver of the JCB actually had cocaine in his blood system, so he was driving while drugged, and they did send him down. Not for long enough. Just makes me angry, and also when I read that on a morning that I'm going out riding, it makes me extra careful. Stay alert out there folks. But back to today's ride. Now it's down to 7 degrees, and it certainly feels cold. I'm not feeling any cold through my jacket. I'm feeling it slightly on my legs today, even though I've got riding jeans on that are fully Kevlar lined. You can definitely tell it's a little bit cooler than last week. But I'm happy to say, with the Merlin jacket, the Edale jacket, it's been absolutely wonderful. Like I said in another video, I bought a heated vest before I bought this jacket, and I've never had to wear the heated vest since. The only thing I've got under here is a t-shirt and also my airbag vest. And I'm out again in the Merlin Ranton 2 gloves, and I'm not feeling any cold in my hands whatsoever. And I've been riding about half an hour now, so I'm really pleased with the Ranton gloves that they kindly sent me to test out. And yeah, they're really passing the test currently. I want to get at least a month's worth of riding in the cold with these gloves before I can give my verdict. But so far so good, they're doing well. Absolutely beautiful vistas today. You see for absolute miles. You got the mountains in the distance there, going over to the Yorkshire Dales, over towards Hawes. That's an awesome route if you've never been up here. Worth checking out. And also I'm actually putting the route in the description below now, again with the Scenic app that I use. And if you've never tried the Scenic app before, it's a mobile app for iOS or Android. And basically you can look in an area, find routes that other people have done, and just use it as a sat-nav. It'll actually follow the route that the person's recorded. And today, like I say, I'm recording the route. I'll also put some pictures in there of the route. but it's a really good app because you can also, if you're not using the Scenic app as a sat-nav, you can actually export the file and then plumb it into your sat-nav as well. So if you're using a Garmin or a motorcycle sat-nav or even a car sat-nav, you can use that GPX file. So I do find it one of the best motorcycle route apps out there on the market, and also I'll be using that when I go abroad this week and record my routes in the country I'm going to. So not revealing it yet, all will be revealed. If you do follow me on social media, mainly Instagram, you'll be seeing some posts from start to finish on there, so you'll get an early indication of where I'm going and what it is. If you keep your eyes peeled, head over there. We do post a lot of photos and short video clips and things. Quite windy today, so I hope the sound's coming through okay and you're not getting too much wind blast. I did notice on the windscreen, people have asked me, you know, is it great for not giving wind blast? And no, it's not. It's great for keeping the pressure off your body, so if you're doing long distances or ride outs in winter, it'll certainly keep your body warmer. But for wind blast and buffeting, you'll definitely increase that around the helmet area with any screen really. And actually I see a lot of people reviewing bikes, mainly adventure bikes with touring screens on, and they always moan about the screen and the wind noise. Well, you know, screens aren't actually meant to stop wind hitting your helmet, they're actually to stop the pressure, which is mainly on your body, so that if you're on a long journey, especially motorways, it, you know, gets quite fatiguing if you've got that pressure on your body holding you back. I remember riding the Triumph Rocket GT, or the Triumph Rocket 3 GT, down to the Motorcycle News, I think it was, festival, and we did a lot of motorway work before we got to about Stoke, and then we turned off to some A and B roads. But I always remember on that ride, because it's a cruiser and your feet are forward a little bit, that my arms were stretched out to the limit, and because of the pressure on my chest, I ended up with actually achy arms, with the pressure pushing me back and my arms taking the full brunt of it all. Even though the seat's super comfortable on that bike, on a long journey without a screen, definitely is a bit of a pain in the arms. So I do prefer to use the sports screen in summer, and I don't get any wind noise then around the helmet, it's just clean air. But definitely for the next month, I'll be keeping this screen on, just to keep that cool air off my body. I've also been asked, how's this screen? This is a Poe touring screen with an aerofoil. I've also been asked how it compares to the Yamaha touring screen, and having had both, it's exactly the same. There's no difference I've found between them. So if you like the look of the Yamaha one better, then by all means get that one, but I quite like this one. Styling's a little bit different to the Yamaha one. So we're just coming into Kirkby Lonsdale now, and we'll take you through the village actually, because it's a beautiful spot if you're up this way to visit. Little sign there saying Britain in Bloom Top Award. Quite an old town, but very picturesque. Look at these buildings, beautiful stone cottages, very old. Just looking for dates above doors, because normally you get it stamped on the actual date they were built. Got the Royal Hotel here on the left, very nice. Got a lovely chocolate shop just there. Malt whiskey chocolate, that sign said. That sounds quite good. Need to pick some of that up. And what we'll do is we'll just drop around the top road and just do a circle around the town. And just here. One of those towns where I always fancied living, actually, Kirkby, Lonsdale. I would imagine the social life at night in the little pubs quite nice. One of these little terrace cottages just here, maybe. Beautiful little town. King's Arms on the right just here. Got some nice little restaurants in Kirkby Lonsdale as well. Got the Red Dragon on the left. Nice restaurant just past called Avanti. Snooty Fox on the left just here. It's got some decent pubs. And then you've got the little square. Are you going? Are you not? Come on. Nice little square on the left just here. Cracking sweet shop just there. Always pick sweets up for the girls when I come, so sometimes. Yeah, lovely little place, Kirkby Lonsdale. If you're up this way, then it's worth a visit, definitely. And then you've got Devil's Bridge just to the left, just down here by the river, which is a really popular, well famous motorcycle stop with a great butty van. Devil's Bridge Snacks just down there. Now we're going to turn right just here and then just head out towards Kendal. It's signposted, but we're going to do a left somewhere along the way. Actually, we'll go up to Crooklands roundabout and we'll head out through Crooklands and then down a back road to Milnthorpe to get on back onto the A6, where we'll then go to Levens Hall Cafe, have a nice coffee and a piece of cake. Now I noticed I had my indicator still on then, which is a common thing, isn't it, with motorcyclists, always forgetting to turn their indicators off. I only do it sometimes, but I had a guy reach out to me this week asking if I wanted to test a product that they're developing, one of these GoFundMe type projects, and it was a device that actually alerted you that your indicator was on. So if you've got a Bluetooth headset on, it would beep in your ear and let you know that your indicator's on. He asked for my opinion, and I gave him my honest opinion that I thought it was not that great, really. You know, you can buy devices now that wire into the indicator system on your bike and basically cancel it for you after about 8 seconds, a bit like the Triumph system does on the latest Triumph bikes and others. Well, I think all the new bikes are getting self-cancelling indicators. At the end of the day, it's only electronics. But yeah, I wasn't keen, and I gave him my honest opinion, saying that, you know, why would we want something beeping in our helmets? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Let me know below in the comments, but I didn't think it was worth trying, and I think a lot of people would think the same as me, really. And also I asked him if people don't have an intercom, they need to purchase an intercom system also. And he did say that they do provide, if you haven't got an intercom, like a Bluetooth Type-E speaker in the one ear or something like that. But no, it was definitely a no-no for me. I'm not interested in testing any product on the channel unless I actually believe in it and I think it's a really good idea. But I wished him well. So I'm just wondering, folks, in the last video and also this video, obviously we switched over to the new DJI Action 2 camera on the front of the helmet, as you can see here. And I was wondering, you know, what your thoughts about the picture quality. Obviously the stabilization is on and better than the other camera. Doesn't jiggle about as much, which is a good thing. And also the picture is now a lot wider, and you've got a more of a field of view, probably at about 130 degrees. It does go out to 155, which is too much. At first, with it being vertically mounted, as you can see here, I wasn't too sure about it on the front of the helmet. Actually, it's no bigger than the old DJI or even a GoPro. And I've found that the battery life on this thing is enough. Shooting at 4K 60, I think I get a good hour, over an hour of recording. Obviously I don't record all the time, but yeah, just interesting to hear your thoughts, what you think the picture quality is like. At the moment it's pretty much all in auto. I haven't got an ND filter on it. However, I have got an ND filter that I can just magnetically clip on the front, and I'll be using that when I'm abroad in the week, mainly because it's bright and sunny. So we're just at Crooklands roundabout, just here. The M6 is just there, and we're just going to head up to the A65 towards Crooklands. We're going to do a left by a hotel and pub just up the road here after the garage, and that'll drop us down into Milnthorpe. 155.9 a litre for fuel at the moment, and that's standard E10 fuel. It's getting kind of ridiculous, really. So just here on the left hand side, opposite the Crooklands Hotel, where these two cars are going, is where we're going to go. So Milnthorpe, 3 miles. And then when we get to Milnthorpe, we'll do a right, head towards Levins, and then we'll turn into Levens Hall. And I've been to the cafe once before, it was very nice, but because it's actually in the hall grounds, people don't visit it that often if they don't know about it. They normally ride straight past it, and I don't think it's well signposted, but it is a lovely cafe. So we'll take a look today and see how it is, and show you around while we're there. One thing I wanted to ask as well, with watching a lot of different motorcycle YouTube videos, do you prefer, in between obviously me chatting to you, music on the video? I notice a lot of people have a little bit of chat and then they put a load of music over their riding through the lanes until they talk again. Do you prefer that? Or do you, like I do, I tend to skip through it in YouTube and just keep skipping 10 seconds at a time to cut out that bit, especially if the music's quite bad and it's not to everyone's taste. So interesting to hear your comments below as well. Now if you're down this way, there's a big haulage company we just passed on the left, so do be aware there's wagons and things pulling out. I think it's a testing station actually, and a big weighbridge, so you quite often see trucks coming along these lanes. Well, we're up to 8 degrees, still feels cold though. Nice to think that in the week we'll have another 15 degrees on top of that. So can't wait. As much as I love the UK and I love these lanes and the countryside for riding in winter, it's a bit of a challenge. So the mini break I'm doing is literally 4 days, with 2 days of riding, so or 2 main days of riding, and it's not that expensive when you work it all out. You can get flights for about 35 quid each way if booked in advance, and also accommodation through booking.com that I've used on this trip isn't expensive. And what I'll be doing is going through each cost as we go through the series of a couple of videos on that trip, so that you understand exactly what it's cost to go out, fly there, hotel, rent the bikes. Food and drink is relatively cheaper than the UK there, so not going to give it away just yet. You're going to have to wait about a week, unless you follow us on Instagram, and then you'll understand as it's happening. So just at the centre of Milnthorpe, just here, just at the lights, we're going to do a right. You've got Luke Sayers tattoo shop on the right hand side. My nephew works there, a tattoo artist, Jake Miller. Did post one of his works of art on my Instagram post just now. Very talented lad. So just on the left, just here, sign cafe open, 7 days a week, by the way, and the entrance 250 yards on the left. Just here. Lovely spot. Got the hall on the left just there. The flowers and the daffodils are starting to come up. Hi, you alright? Can I get a piece of the blackcurrant and lemon drizzle? And also a cappuccino, please.
Would you like chocolate sprinkles on?
Please, yes, thank you.
Whereabouts are you sitting?
Table 10?
Brilliant. Is that everything?
That's it, yeah?
£6 a drink. I'll bring it all over for you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so we had a lovely cappuccino and a slice of blackcurrant and lemon drizzle cake. Plenty of parking, as you can see just here. Really lovely spot and a great cafe. Nice and warm inside too on a cold day. But yeah, you can see the volcano seat cover that I had, or I fitted last week. Also, I've put the gel insert pad underneath, and you can get those from Volcano Industries. And they'll send them. I think it took about a week to come from Italy. I'll pop a link in the description below. You can customize it, put different coloured stitching on, different logos and all those kind of things. I think I paid 130 for the seat cover, and then the gel you can get from, if you wanted to put a single pad, it's about 35 euros or about 60 euros for the front and the rear passenger seat gel pad. Happy to say, really impressed, and one of the comfiest seats I've sat on for a while, so that just completes the MT10SP. Okay, so let's continue our journey. So a nice little stop if you're en route to the Lake District, South Lakes. It's always worth calling in, grabbing some refreshments. So yeah, happy with that place. I'll call there again. But onward. So we're just heading off to see my sister now, just for a catch up. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, guys, as always. And if you're not a subscriber to the channel, hit that subscribe button, ding that bell for future videos coming up. As I say, we're off abroad this week, so stay tuned to the channel and also our Instagram account, which I'll pop on the screen just now. And hopefully we'll be in some warmer weather by the time the video comes in about a week's time. and you'll see where we're going to. So yeah, have fun guys, have a great week at work or whatever you're doing, and we'll catch you on another video soon. Cheers guys, thanks.